AllisonsVanity. So this video is going to be all about my favorite makeup brushes. Now I'm losing light rather quickly as the days are getting shorter, so hopefully I can get this in and you guys can still see me while I still have a little bit of sunlight, and I have weird images coming through the blinds here, so hopefully it's okay. Okay, so this video is going to be all about my favorite makeup brushes. I have quite a lot of makeup brushes. This is probably only, I don't know, maybe half of them. I have a whole bunch underneath my vanity here that I just never reach for. These ones I probably reach for the most. And out of that, I picked out my absolute favorite brushes that I pretty much use on a daily basis and that I gravitate to the most. So I thought I'd just quickly run through them and show you guys which brushes I love to use the most. Okay, so I'm going to start in order with my face and then I will move to eyes. So with foundation, my favorite brush to use is from Sigma, and this is the Sigma Flat Angled Kabuki F88 brush. That's what it looks like there. And this is what the brush looks like. I just cleaned it, so it's a little bit wet still, but this is an awesome brush. It is super dense. And still super soft. It's got an angle on it, so it's really great for like getting under the eyes or getting up close to the nose. It just buffs in products so well, better than any brush I've ever used. It's great quality. I've never had it shed on me. I really like Sigma brushes. I actually want to pick up some more when I get a chance. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite. However, there's one other product I use with foundation, and it's a close competitor for sure. It depends on which foundation we're talking about. And it's not really a brush, but I figured it definitely needs to go in this video. It's the Beauty Blender, and yes, mine is dirty because I just used it, but I get so much use out of this thing, especially for foundation. I absolutely love the Beauty Blender. It is expensive, but I find that it's completely worth it, so I definitely go back and forth between the two. With the Beauty Blender, I tend to use more, I guess, thicker products, so like the Revlon Color Stay, I have my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, things like that I'll use with the Beauty Blender. But for some reason the Beauty Blender seems to soak up more liquidy products. Like, what foundation am I using right now? The CoverGirl 3-in-1 Concealer, Moisturizer, Foundation, I don't know, that one there. It seems to soak up a lot of product with the Beauty Blender, so I love to use the F88 with that foundation, so I kind of go back and forth between the two. Okay, and moving on to concealer, if I'm not using the Beauty Blender, because I often use that for concealer as well, I use another brush from Sigma. This is the P88. So it's just the smaller version of the F88. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see. So it's precision flat angled, and it's just a little mini guy like this. This brush is so awesome. It's just as dense and soft as the bigger version. It's got that awesome angle on it, and it just fits absolutely perfectly under your eye for blending it out, for around the nose, just for more like precise areas. I really love using this. It doesn't tend to leave any brush strokes with me anyways because it's quite dense, and it just really makes the product seep in extra quick. So that is my favorite kit for concealer. Alright, if we're talking all over face powder, I would really like to use just large kabuki brushes, and for a long time I was using my, I don't know where I put it, but an e.l.f. kabuki brush, and I really did like that brush, but mine was just getting a little worn out. So I picked up a new one, and this one is from Crown Brush. And I got this one when I was at IMATS, and I love this brush. I wish there was like a number on it so I could tell you which one it was. If you look down below in the comments, I'll try and figure out what exactly this one is, but I just love how soft it is and big, and it's pretty dense, but not super dense, so you can still, it's not like you're packing on too much product, and it just feels good on the skin. It does shed a little bit, so I'm sure there's better out there, but as far as just face powder, this is what I use, and this is what I like. I should also mention I will use this for bronzer as well, because I did get quite tan this summer, and I was needing bronzer all over my face, so I would use that if I needed bronzer all over my face. However, if I didn't need it all over my face and I just wanted to warm up my face or maybe even do a little bit of contouring, my favorite brush has been from Sonia Kashuk. And this is what it looks like. It's just an awesome angle. It fits perfectly right under the cheekbone here, and then I can get like my temples, my forehead, under my chin, areas that I want to. I love the angle on it. It's very, very soft. Picks up the perfect amount of product. I think the name actually wore off because it was on here at one point, but I remember it's from Sonia Kashuk, and I'll try and put the exact brush down below, but I use this guy every day, like on an everyday basis. And then the last face brush is blush, and I'm going to show you the one that I've been using. Out of all my brushes, it's definitely my favorite for blush. However, I'm still on the hunt for a better brush because I feel like there's better out there, but as far as what I own, this is my favorite. It's from e.l.f. and it's got a really dirty handle, and it's called the Complexion Brush. So I don't think it's supposed to be for blush. There it is there. and obviously I used it today, so it's dirty. But out of all my brushes, it's my favorite because I feel like it picks up a good amount of product. It doesn't really shed on me, which I like. It's nice and soft and still dense, and I can just get exactly where I need to be. The only thing is, I feel like it's a little bit too wide, so I have to be a little bit careful. I tend to just put the product like on the end of it rather than the whole brush itself. But as far as how much it picks up and puts down and the blendability of it, this is my favorite. So if you have a favorite blush brush, I would love to know what it is. Please leave it down below in the comments because I'm on the hunt for a new one. Okay, and eye brushes. I wanted to narrow it down to just a few. However, I do tend to use a lot of different eye brushes. As you can see, like lots of different shapes and sizes and brands. I'm not as, I guess, connected to my eye brushes as I am with my face products, but I did want to show you the ones that I tend to reach for first, if that makes sense. So, where should I start? I have two from Real Techniques, and these are a little bit new to me. I think I got them at the beginning of summer, and I really, really like them. The first one is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and that's what it looks like there. It's just a really big dome brush. Will you focus? It's nice and dense, and it's soft, and I have a bunch of Real Techniques brushes, and none of them have shed on me at all, which I love. This one, however, I don't tend to use in the crease because I find it a little bit too big. Maybe if I just wanted like a wash of color, I would do that, but I really love it underneath the brow bone or to blend out the top edge of the crease or like the side of a V. That's what I tend to use this one for. So that's that. And the second Real Techniques brush that I use often is called the Brow Brush. That's what it looks like. There you go. And it's just an angled, like it says, brow brush. And I use it exactly for what it says. I use it for my eyebrows. It fits absolutely perfect in my eyebrows. It picks up a good amount of product. It's soft, it doesn't shed. It's perfect. I will probably never go without this brush again in my life because it just made eyebrows so much easier. So that's my favorite for eyebrows. Now, my favorite for packing on eyeshadow onto the lid or pigments or things like this is actually from the Naked 2 palette. It came with a double-ended brush, and I use this guy all the time. I'll try and show you how much the actual name's worn off. It used to say Naked 2 there. You can see how often I've been using this brush. But on one end, it's got the flat shader brush, and that's just for packing down color, and I love it. And on the other end, it's got a blending, more fluffy brush. Now this I'm going to show you compared to the Real Techniques one, the size difference. So as you can see, Real Techniques one is a lot bigger, but this one from Urban Decay fits perfect in my crease, blends things super, super nicely. I use this anytime I'm going to put something in my crease. I'm always picking up this one, so that's definite. And then the last brush is for when I use gel eyeliner, and it's just an angled brush. I have a whole bunch of angled brushes, but for some reason this one's definitely my favorite, and it's from e.l.f. It's the small angled brush. So that's what it looks like right there. Mine is dirty. It's got brown gel eyeliner on it, but I'm so picky when it comes to small angled brushes for gel eyeliner. I don't want it to be too thick. I don't want it to be too thin. I don't want it to be too stiff because then you can't really work with it, but I don't want it to be too flimsy. I have some that are too flimsy that I don't have any control. So I don't know, I just find this is a happy medium and I really like it. So that's it for my favorite makeup brushes of the moment. Let me know what yours are down in the comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!